All right, so if you've checked out anything on my channel at all in the past, you know I'm not really a fan of Ned Lamont at all. I think he is a terrible governor. I mean, when you think of things that he's done, nothing notable and or noteworthy comes to mind. I mean, I literally cannot think of a single thing that he did that's any good for this state. And I mean, he's been our governor for what, 2 terms now? So 8 years? And in 8 years, this guy's done nothing of note. Even if it's only been 4 years, he's still done nothing of note. Like, to put this into perspective, Biden sucked. He was a very terrible president, but at least I can list things why he sucked. I can list things. I was gonna say things that he did good, but there really wasn't too much, if any, so I can't list that. But at least I can list things why he sucked. Ned is so crappy that he has nothing. He has nothing good to say, but he also has nothing sucky to say. Really, he's just so useless and terrible that he's just blah. You know what I mean? It's almost like when somebody says, "Ooh, how much is this?" and it's a sentimental thing to you, and you're like, "Oh, it's priceless," because it's not valueless, but at the same time, it's not worth anything because you don't want to sell it. But at the same time, it's not valueless. It's just to you, you'd never sell it, hence the priceless. That's like Ned, but I don't mean that in a good way. He's not priceless in a good way. He's priceless like in one of those, wow, that's priceless, a sarcastic way. That's this loser. I mean, I think the worst governor in the country currently is probably Gavin Newsom. I mean, look at California. He has destroyed California. He doesn't care about the citizens at all. There's tons and tons, millions and millions of dollars that have just magically disappeared that were supposed to go towards things. You got places like Skid Row that are just disgusting, and nothing is being done about trying to fix that at all. There's obviously sky high taxes on everything: gas, regular state tax, income tax, etc. I mean, businesses are leaving because it's just not profitable to be in California. He's a terrible governor. And yet, the irony is that this dickhead thinks that he has any place to talk about Trump and his policies. If you go on like X, always it's Newsom trying to criticize Trump, and it's like, who are you to talk? You suck. You can't handle 1/50th of the country. You're gonna try to judge a guy that's doing the whole country? Like, get your state in order, worry about your failings, and then maybe worry about other people. So anyway, I bring up Newsom because I feel like, in a way, almost, Lamont is like a Newsom light. He's nowhere near as bad as Newsom, but it's almost like I don't know, maybe it's like he looks up to him. He sees Newsom as like the gold standard. Ooh, I wish I could be like that someday. I wish I could be that level of awesome. Like, it's almost like Lamont thinks Newsom's good, and that's what his idol is. Oh, I hope someday. So, anyways, that's a huge preamble just to get to the point of what I'm trying to get at, and it's that although I do not like Ned and I think he sucks, and I actually came close to him one time at a local fair over the last summer, and I wanted to run up to him. Not really run up, I mean, that would be aggressive. I'm sure I'd get tackled or something, but, approach him and try to have a conversation about, hey, why do you suck? In more, formal way than saying, why do you suck? Just call out some stuff and be like, what do you plan on doing about this? And, address his suckiness in a beat around the bush way, because he'd have no answer for me because he doesn't plan on working on any things. But anyway, can't stand the guy. But I do want to say he does have one thing that he posted in regards to this storm that we're getting on February 22nd into 23rd. Sunday into Monday. It's supposed to be, I hear a lot of things. It's supposed to be like a, what do they call it? Like a hurricane, but a winter one. What do they call that? A blizzardcane or something? I've also heard that it's, well, it's supposed to be a blizzard, but they say it's going to be comparable to the blizzard of, what was it, 76 or something? Apparently, this is supposed to be huge, and he sent out this message that just says, I've declared a state of emergency in Connecticut today in advance of the approaching major winter storm. This declaration will help enable us quickly, blah, blah, you can see all that. He says, let me just get out of the way. I've signed an emergency order prohibiting all commercial vehicles from traveling on all limited access highways. Starts at 5 p.m. today, which at the time of this message today would have been Sunday the 22nd. And will remain in effect until further notice. And then we'll provide updates on this order as needed. And then at the bottom it just says, people should strongly stay off the roads if unnecessary, get to where you need to be, and just stay there. I gotta say, I sort of agree with that. It's not as strong as I would like. It should just be straight up a shutdown. Okay, I said this for the last storm that we had in January, and I had a commenter saying, "Oh, I don't know about if you'd want to shut the state down. Then you have all these businesses and stuff that'll probably sue you and blah blah blah." The way I see it though is, again, I'm looking out for the people. Businesses like McDonald's or whatever, that's what they want to do is stay open. It's terrible weather out and they expect you to be there. Like I worked at McDonald's during my college days, and as a second job as well after I graduated college, and they don't care. They want to open at 5 o'clock. They think, oh, we got a foot of snow. Oh well, you should still be here. And it's just like, I don't know, for minimum wage, like I have to try to get my car out at 4 in the morning or 3:30 in the morning to go to this dumb minimum wage job and make, what, $60 for the day? Oh, and have like barely any customers until 10 o'clock or whatever. So I'm gonna get there at 4 and it's dead until like 10 because obvious reasons. And like, I just think it's so stupid and lame. So that's why I would shut the state down, to protect these people from these dumb businesses that think that they need to be open for literally nothing. But yeah, in the last storm though, he did nothing. He just sent out like generic messages like, "Oh, just stay home, be safe, stay off the roads." At least this one's a little more aggressive. He makes it so that commercial vehicles aren't supposed to be on the roads past 5 until further notice. He also at least gives this stronger message than last time. He says, strongly advise stay off the roads and get to where you need to be and then stay there until the roads are cleared and the storm's over. So at least this is a better message. For me, I would have just, like I said, just shut everything down. Or at least shut down the streets from, just shut it down. Screw it, If we hear that this is supposed to be pretty severe, we're going to have high winds, and some areas are looking at 30 inches of snow they're predicting. Like, that's ridiculous. That's 2.5 feet. What does anybody need to be out for in that? You don't. The only people that need to be out are plows and emergency staff. That's it. A regular person like me or you watching this, what do you need to go out for? Oh, I gotta go out and what? Run to the store? I'm sure the stores are closed, or at least they should be. Work should be closed. Places should just be closed. So, I feel the right thing to do would be just to shut it down. Call it a day. You know what? Boom. Literally call it a day. Maybe even only 12 hours. I mean, right now it's 9:30 at this recording. I just looked out my window. It's really not that bad yet. It's very thin dusting. So maybe make a thing from like midnight to noon. 12-hour window. Just like I said on the last one. The last storm we had, I said shut down the state from noon to midnight. Or maybe it was the same thing, midnight to noon. So just do that. That way then at least overnight, nobody's on these roads. The DOT can do what they got to do. And then in the morning, nobody has to worry about going to work. Because that's something that I saw on one of the comments. I mean, you see this comment down here as a joke says, meanwhile in Minnesota. But one of the people said, can you shut down the state for a little bit more than just what you're doing with this travel ban? Because I guess they work for Amazon. And they're like, yeah, Amazon canceled overnight work. But as of now, I'm still expected to be there in the morning for my morning shift. And they were like, if the storm's going to be this bad, I don't want to have to deal with this, trying to get up early and shovel myself out and make it to work for my shift. At least if the state is shut down, I don't have to worry about that, which is exactly what I keep talking about here, about how if I was a governor, that's what I would do, just for everybody's well-being and putting them first, not worrying about businesses. Businesses can take 12 hours off. They'll be fine. I mean, some businesses, like my company I currently work for, we're closed over the weekend anyways. That's 48 hours yet you're not making money. What's another 12? And even then, it's not even 12, because we open at 7:30, so from 7:30 to noon, so that's 5 hours, let's say. You'll be fine. In these places like McDonald's and stuff, you'll be fine. You used to be 24 hours, and now you're not. You'll be fine if you're closed for 12 hours, so that everybody can be safe. Anyways, I feel like maybe I'm trolling on a little, so that's all I want to say. I don't like this dickbag at all. I hope he loses in November. Not to wish ill will on anybody. I'm not like that to normally wish for somebody to like lose their job or whatever, but when you suck at it, you kind of deserve it. You brought it on yourself, and he really sucks at his job. So we need somebody in there who's going to be much better and be worth it and put Connecticut first and really turn us around and make us an awesome state. Like we should be. I mean, we are one of the original 13 colonies, so, we should be awesome, but we're not. But yeah, so this post, not the best, but not bad either. Way better of a response than he had in the last storm that we had a month ago at this time. And yeah, not bad. It's not the best, but not bad. I'll give it to him. So anyways, that's all I got. Thanks for listening to this, and be smart, stay home, especially if you're watching this video in time. And yeah, until next time, have a great day, and yeah, bye.